Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are with duel number one. First season opener at Daytona. 54 guys attempting this, my goodness. So there's 27 cars for each duel, 16 laps apiece, and essentially the top two in the point standing, the top two open drivers by the halfway point of each duel are locked in automatically. You'll see what I mean as this happens, and there is your starting lineup. Xander Jeffrey in the front row with Bobby Bob Jr., which honestly he's one of the open cars, so good start for him so far. With John Strawberry starting dead last. So this will be interesting to watch. Let's get to it. Alright, so here we go. Gonna head to the green flag for duel number one at Daytona. So basically, I gotta mention this. It's gonna be a 42 car field, and honestly, with 26 there are 26 cars locked into this. Meaning that the rest, if I had to do the math in my head, like there's 16 spots available, or for whoever's left, essentially. Or yeah, 16. Okay, I had to make sure I got the math right in my head, but yeah, 16 cars and few guys. I think there's like, aside from a bunch of new guys, some of the part-time guys switched to full-time as well. Sean Swab Jr., I think, is one of those guys. Though then again, I think Swab Jr. is replacing Lennon. It basically replaced Lennon Taylor, who was booted after, I think, race 6. When I sit and think about it. So, there's Kenichi Tanabe, up to 4th already. And I think we're now on lap 2. John Zena up in front now for the Eastern Bloc. Both Eastern Bloc cars are in the same duel. Would you look at that? And different car brands, but it is what it is. It's not against the rules. And there is Gigi Marlin, who is currently under watch as she had a really rough time with what went down in the shootout. Yeah, narrowly missed the cockpit. Like, it was really close. And she had to get stretchered out, but like she's all right so far. But she is under watch, especially for a track like Daytona. Things could get real dangerous real quick, so that's something you have to watch out for. As she is now up front. Yeah, well, she's been up front, but like that's shuffling around with Sarah Taylor in the 45. Basically, a big revamp in the paint scheme, and she won at Ricky Raceway, the second to last race of the season. So far, the first and only female to win a SARS Tour race, but hey, let's see how she could do at Daytona. By the way, the results of the duels aren't the starting lineup. They do another round of qualifying for the main race. And with Taylor Black, part of the Tank Engine team, which was, Javon American in the 38 Dodge, Thomas Tank Engine team. Man, Javon American has the season for Javon American was so bad. Like, man, not even like the fan vote could save him. Like, I guess no one wanted him back. I don't know. But essentially, Javon American, well, basically got replaced by not just one, but 2. So, yeah. So, see how the team does this time around. And in the 65, oh boy, this one's complicated to explain. Corey Christensen, one of the open cars, she's not even running this car. Initially, she was just going to run the 65 car part-time. But something happened to her. Deal was made between Lone Rider Racing and Daredevil Motorsports that Corey Christensen is going to actually switch between a bunch of cars. It's hard to explain. So essentially, whatever starts were scheduled for her in the 65, she's going to run the Project 1 car, because Project 1 is kind of like sort of just not part-time car, but it's a car that runs the whole season with different drivers. And I think that's still the goal of the Project 1 car, but essentially, Corey Christensen is going to make a few starts in that when she's not in the 65. And that was a close call for John Rinn in the 31. Sorry, I thought he closed gap too late. Maybe it's just that camera angle. It just seemed like that at first. He closed the gap too late. Again, I could be so wrong about that. But hey, it is what it is. And there is J.R. McLaughlin, or Junior McLaughlin, but I guess he just put J.R. But yeah, Double Time Motorsports. Basically, essentially, a co-owning duo with his girlfriend Lisa McKenzie. She is not in this duel, but just something to mention. So basically, essentially the power couple of the SARS tour, which will be something to look out for throughout the season. I bet you. I don't know much experience about them. I don't think it's to explain how. Don't think there was an explanation on how they were in short tracks, but again, the power couple of the team essentially, Double Time Motorsports, Mitchell Hodak. Nothing's really changed with this scheme with the exception of a new sponsor, so maybe that could help with equipment and their speed, because sponsors play a big part in the quality of equipment between the guys. And they were shuffling around out of the tri-oval. Logan Crisp for Lone Rider Racing. I think he's the main guy for Lone Rider Racing. All the way up front. Look at that. No help. Pretty much no help for the moment. Matt Penske in the 07 part-time basis for TG Racing. So, yeah, we won't see too much of him, but right now he's got to get into the main field. He's got to get into the season opener of Daytona. And John Cena, oh wow, John Cena shuffling down. By the way, with Cena late addition, he showed up with 3 races to go. Jimmy McLaughlin lost the pack. How did that? I don't know how that happened. But things are getting too aggressive up there. They're 4 wide right now. Horsevar, Tara Black, Jimmy Jim. Yeah, they are just too close. Jimmy Jim, no. Oh, snap, there they go. Kevin Jones up and over, upside down. Flew across the roof of, I think that was David Jones. What on earth is Carl Horsevar? I think Jones' roof caved in a bit. What was, he went flying over the car. Okay. That was confusing. By the way, on this race back, let's see who got which 2 open drivers are locked into the field at this point. I think it's John Cena and Sean Swab Jr. The 2 guys who showed up late in Season 1 and are now running full-time for Season 2. They're both locked into the field as of right now, no matter where they finish. Which might shake things up, depending. But yeah, Carl Horsevar is, oh man, that's a rough one, man. Finished 3rd in the standings, or 4th in the standings at the end of Season 1. Replay, Jim and Black were together. Horsevar was a bit too low with that. I don't know why. Oh my gosh, just flew over. I think that was the 87. He flew over Jimmy Jim. I don't know why he was that far down. Jimmy Jim was already. Oh my gosh, man. And Jones just goes soaring over Jimmy Jim. Oh my goodness. I wonder what his crew chief was telling him. Like, how do you, or even a spotter, like, how do you explain that? Yeah. Jimmy Jim was already down there. Horsevar closed in. Well, Black kind of went up at the same time. It was weird. He got sandwiched. And Jones basically had nothing to do with that. He basically got sent. Carter Cash just got thrown into that pileup. Joshua Barkley. What other open cars were in this crash? By the way, Kevin Jones is now running full-time this season. And, that's a rough start. He's basically out. Basically, DNQ'd for Daytona. Oh my gosh. So Kevin Jones is now DNQ'd for Daytona, for the main Daytona race itself. And Carter Cash might have. I gotta see if he's still in this. Oh my gosh, yeah, it was Jones View, the defending champion. Just watching his teammate just go sliding. Oh my gosh, imagine seeing Horsevar, look at that. Up, oh my, it is over Jimmy Jim's trunk. Bobby Bob stopped just in time, it looks like. And speaking of Bobby Bob Jr., there's his camera angle. And yeah, he just stopped, hit the brakes, basically touched none of it. Okay, a little graze on Jimmy Jim, but it is what it is. Oh my gosh, man. Alright, so about I think 4 laps to go on this restart. That'll be interesting. And yeah, there's a top 5 going to this restart here. Swap Jr., Hodak, Black, Or not black. I think, oh my gosh. I can't speak. I'm mixing up all the Taylors, man. This is what happens when you have that many Taylors. I'm saying it now. There has to be a Taylor counter. Of some sort. I don't know. Maybe they'll remember. Maybe they'll remember and put it for like the main Daytona race itself. That'd be interesting to see. That'd be interesting to see. But my goodness, man, it's Sarah Taylor just left out to dry on the outside. Gigi Marlin, and all of those skin marks from that crash. My goodness, Xander Jeffrey. I almost said Taylor because there's that many. I don't even know. Jeffrey and Taylor aren't the same at all, but it's just, it throws me off, especially when Sarah Taylor's out there. Taylor Black is somewhere in this field. There's probably another Taylor in this duel in particular that I'm missing. Now, unless all the other Taylors are in duel 2. Which honestly, Lord help me. There's only like 2 Taylors here. All the others are in duel 2. Well, again, I'm probably off. But yeah, like I said, Xander Jeffrey up to the front now. With help from Gigi Marlin. And he's like, Xander Jeffrey won at Rockingham last time, season 1. See what he could do here. I think he was out of contention by the end of the season, but it is what it is, you know. Can't win them all. And there is Daniel Lyons in the 15 for CarX Motorsports. He is essentially, well, he's locked into the field. But, man, he is off. So he doesn't have to worry about whatever's going on. The main thing to worry about, John Strawberry in the 21, Bobby Bob Jr. in the 55. Bobby Bob Jr., essentially, the son of Bobby Bob, who tragically passed away in practicing IndyCar. I don't know why Bobby Bob was practicing IndyCar with the chaos, with the absolute chaos that was SARS Tour Season 1 going on, but I mean, well, then again, Bobby Bob was a part-time driver, so maybe that's why he just, you know, had other ventures to deal with. That's probably the reason why, because I don't know, but yeah, Bobby Bob Jr. basically an open car. I think might be the 66 car, I don't remember, but yeah, Mitchell Hodak in the 49. Honestly, not much to say about his season. Kind of unremarkable. Especially in comparison to what he'd been through in the Tracks to Pro Series for the most part. But I think he was basically gone for like near the end of season 4 of the Tracks to Pro Series because of 2 bad crashes. He missed Mitchell Hodak went through it near the end of the Tracks to Pro Series, but hey, he tried. He was doing well. Or he was not doing well, but like he was, you know, at least he somewhat stayed out of trouble for the most part in the first season of SARS Tour. So at least there's that. And I just realized, yeah, Dodge top 3, Logan Crisp locked into the field, winning duel 1. And by the way, Corey Christensen is in. So is John Wren, who is an open car. Matt Penske's in. Josip Ballin's in. That's a lot of open cars in the top 6, 7, 7, top 8. Top 8. Like, so, my goodness, who is out? I don't even know who's out. The 26 of Bartholomew Johnson. I haven't really talked about him all race. Who else is out? I think the 44 McLaughlin. McLaughlin just lost the pack as the race progressed, man. I don't know what happened. It really sucks to see. We'll show you the full DNQ list in a minute. Let's just get to the full-blown results of duel number 1. Alright, so here are the full results of the duels. Now, like I said, Swap Jr. and Zena. Where did John Zena finish? He finished 14th. Sean Swap Jr. 10th. Well, so yeah, getting the top 2 at the halfway saved him because the rest of the top 6 here is basically just a bunch of open guys minus, you know, Mitchell Hodak. And yeah, there are your DNQs, Carter Cass, John Strawberry, Kevin Jones, Bartholomew Johnson, and so forth. Well, they have another shot at it for race 2 at Rockingham, but for now, that is it for those guys.